As the tormentor approached Beatrice, its darting eyes absorbed her predicament and its body contracted on itself, rearranging into a young girl. She had long sandy hair and wore what was very close to an Alice in Wonderland costume except in red. Stepping beside Luna, the tormentor bowed her head. "No, you need to be older to be a babysitter." Luna spoke quietly. The tormentor began to age and grow. The costume remained in a similar theme except that the skirt got shorter and the blouse underneath became tighter. "Perfect." Luna smiled. "Wipes." She ordered and a quarter-full package of baby wipes appeared in her hands. "I'll let you finish diapering my junior witch in training." Luna laughed as she orbed a throne into the nursery. Sitting upon it, she held out the package of baby wipes. Taking the package of baby wipes, the tormentor turned towards Beatrice, who now found herself unfrozen. Kicking her legs apart, she tried to think of any spell that could get her out of this, but with her hands harnessed down by her waist she would have to verbalize the spell, and at this particular moment in time she couldn't really concentrate on thinking one up. Trying to buck herself off of the changing table, Beatrice became more and more desperate, and as she did so the tormentor appeared to be growing more and more powerful. Realizing the full futility of her situation, Beatrice stopped and sagged her head. This was going to be horrendous. "Oh, don't stop, Junior." The tormentor laughed as it approached Beatrice. "The more you squirm, the more I like it." Phoebe found herself floating in darkness. It was like she was suspended in liquid that she could not see or touch. Swirling around her, she felt different presences, some good, some bad, some innocent, some guilty, but most of all she felt her sisters. Willing herself towards them, she began to drift through the darkness. Beatrice winced as her ankles were smashed together by the tormentor's strong hands. "Now we have to do this so you don't get a rash." The tormentor laughed. "Now I know you don't mind waddling around all day with a load in your diaper, but it's not really good for you," it stated matter-of-factly. "And besides, the smell is overwhelming," it mocked, taking a pronounced sniff. Beatrice had no answer for either of the demons. Well, at least one that was going to help her plight. "I asked you if you agreed with your nanny. If you can't answer, Junior, then I can only deduce that you have no objections." Luna smiled. She lifted the wand and spun it around. As the baby wipes moved over her, Beatrice could only watch with dismay as her hair was removed. She had been wrong before. This was utter humiliation. "Good job." Luna nodded to the tormentor, which disappeared in a black haze. "Now I guess we have to go for the finishing touch." Luna smiled. "Diaper," she commanded, and Beatrice found herself once again in overgrown Huggies. As Beatrice found herself levitated into a standing position, she saw her reflection in the crystal. She looked helpless, like an infant in fact. Her hair had dried raggedly, her top was old and worn, the harness constricted her movements and kept her hands pressed down by her sides, and her diaper was fastened snugly around her waist. Even the white sneakers on her feet looked childish now. As Luna raised the wand to Beatrice, there was a knock at the door. Levitating Beatrice into the crib, Luna orbed downstairs, leaving the helpless witch to wallow in self-pity.